Hello there everybody, welcome back to another Lost Ark related video. It's Tuesday, which means it's Topical Tuesday, the series that I've been doing for like 3 years at this point, where we take a look at the Lost Ark game subreddit over the last week and we see what people have been talking about. This week I do know there's a couple different things here. Obviously there's the March team update, which I think is going to be a big portion of this. And then there's also the Lost Ark West spring player survey, and if you guys have not filled this out, I always like to push these surveys, even if you feel like they're pointless and you're not making, like, a difference. Realistically speaking, the way change is made, this is the best way to possibly make a change. It's not a guarantee that they'll read it, they'll take it into account, whatever it might be. But like, they're officially asking for quantifiable metrics and data, so, like, this is the way to sort of give them, like, that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how else to word it. But I will open up that, obviously open up the team update, and then we'll see kind of what else people have been talking about. Oh yeah, I remember seeing this. This was really cool. And then we'll just leave it like this. So, obviously, the first thing, Lost Ark West Spring Player Survey Opportunity. If you guys need this, I will put the link in the description of the video if I remember. I should remember, because I think I'm going to edit this and upload this, like, pretty much as soon as I'm done recording it, so I should have it in the description. If you guys have not done this player survey, you absolutely should, for the reasons I stated above. Even if you're not somebody who necessarily plays the game super actively anymore, or maybe even at all, I mean, I don't think it hurts to give constructive criticism. Keyword being constructive, you know? Thanks, Rocks. Hoping to bring positive change to the game. Less RNG, layers of RNG on top of RNG in every single progression system. Thanks. Thank you for the survey. Please listen to your actual player base. Base the game on us and do not follow how the Korea version is going. It's not the same game. Hope we'll get an update about the survey soon. Hope the best for the game. If they are, excuse me, they're just a publishing company, they have no power in that. If they have no power in that, then why are they doing this? So they can get on all fours to beg the Korean overlords. At best, you get a minimal change. Won't be a whole ass rework into a different game. I mean, I don't think we'll ever really know how much pull or power AGS has. We'll never be privy to that information. I don't know. Like I said, even if nothing comes from this, this is like an officially sourced, like, data farm from AGS directly, and they're asking specifically for feedback. So, like, if you're gonna put in, like, a couple minutes of your time to try to make a change in the game, this is the best way to do it. Anyways, you have until March 6th in the description. Do it if you haven't. March team update. Let's take a look at this. I have not actually read this. I usually don't read them these days. This is usually our first foray into the update. Here's Vercasia, blah, blah, blah. A few topics we wanted to share updates on. There will be a few changes coming for Paradise Season 3, which will be fully shared in the upcoming release notes. There's one update we wanted to provide advance notice for. We have decided to remove the 1580 Hell Keys from the Paradise system. With the introduction of the Remeria Power Passes being given out to all players for progression events taking players to the 1640 Hell Key bracket automatically, there are extremely few players even using the 1580 Hell Keys, while the removal of the bracket will have a very small impact on participation. We will still monitor and work to ensure that the removal of these Hell Keys won't have negative effects on player progression. We're planning an upcoming wave of server merges in May. We cannot have a Power Pass running during the merge. The merge will layer a few worlds into each other, consolidate the number of servers in both NA and EU. We'll have more info soon. Finally, on Friday, we shared a link to our latest Lost Ark survey. The responses we've received in past surveys has been instrumental and directly led to some major games changes. As an added bonus, we've set a community goal. If we receive 3,500 survey responses, we will share a code that all players can use on the website to claim a gift that includes Aura of Resonance Brew 14-day ×2, Rest Bonus Recovery Brew 14-day ×2, Collective Item Battle Chest ×3, Epic Hell Key of Destiny Season 3 ×1. We'd love to hear your feedback, so make sure you help the community reach the goal. The survey will run until Friday, March 6th, and can be found here. We're excited for the March update, includes new events, etc., etc. Tune into the Eye of Arcasia later this week, or the full release notes next week. So, I did not know this team update was basically just going to be the thing that we just talked about, but, I mean, I guess that's a good thing that it is, because now they're basically like, hey guys, you really should fill out this survey, like, really fill out the survey. Really fill it out. The next batch of content that arrives in Korea this month includes a lot of open-world activities like new islands and new types of world bosses, maybe something we don't know yet, because the right part of the map is open, so this merge comes in handy. Trying to imagine new content and your server is dead. Vargas players will be like, please merge us into another server to end the xenophobic gatekeeping behavior. History says that people who gatekeep Vargas will just gatekeep whatever server they get merged into. It's like when people gatekept to Nana as a whole because it's where the Jumpstart server merged into. Oh man, the gatekeeping, the fucking server racism is crazy. Merging servers again means the player base is shrinking more and more. I mean, okay, to be fair, here, let me bring this up. To be fair, I don't think this is like necessarily a surprise. Like, we just zoom out, like, I mean, it's not really a surprise, right? I guess. And I mean, you can make of the graph what you will, but I don't know. The game isn't in, like, desperate sort of, like, it's about to close forever levels, but it's not what it used to be, for sure. And, I mean, it's definitely going in the wrong direction. EOS soon. I disagree with this. It's possible, for sure, but I don't think it's likely. We've decided to remove the 1580 hell keys from the Paradise system. Basically, fuck you to rice farmers and anyone with 1580 back roster that was stacking mats. Most people I know that bother keeping 1580s is for the silver chest from hell, lol. Well, there you go. How's the game doing nowadays? I left before Kazuros and I'm debating on starting again. Same stuff as always, playable, but you can start to feel people leaving an overall lower population, at least on EUC. You won't have problems finishing your raids, but there's a lot less flexibility when it comes to that if you compare with the beginning of last year, so playing during standard hours is the best. After that, quality and quantity of parties goes down a lot. Damn, that's sad. True. I mean, what can you do? Gift from a girlfriend on my birthday. I mean, this is really cool. I love shit like this. You know me. If you've been around the block for a little while and you've seen a couple of my videos, man, I love seeing the shit that people make. People are so talented and creative, and shit like this is just so cool to me. Genuinely. Man, an old friend made me a Makoko drawing. I mean, painted me a Makoko, actually, and it was super cool, and it's, like, one of the things that I treasure the most. It's so fucking sick. Especially since, like, Lost Ark-related, like, merch in general, or, like, art is, like, basically impossible to get unless you're Korea-based. Hey, girlfriend, you got multiple. I remember this because the fucking wording of the title. Gift from a girlfriend. Bro's got multiple rosters, IRL. It's crazy comms, brother. Flexing your girlfriend here, FFS. Girlfriends. A girlfriend implies she has more than one. Multi-flexing. People are fucking funny, man. And then I will open up one of the silver threads, because there are a lot of silver threads on the front page. And I do remember last week in Arconomics bringing up, like, silver issues, and how, like, there's a small subsect of people on Reddit that are basically like, oh yeah, there's no silver shortage, there's no silver issues. But they're doing dailies on, like, a bazillion characters a day, and doing, like, everything non-rested. I don't know. Like I said, I have no, I don't know, meat in the game, stake in the game, but I'm curious to see why. Reasons for silver shortage is not honing and gem rerolling. Making this post because many people seem to forget we have a lot of new silver sinks. Auto-faceting ability stones, 52k per stone. Cutting 100 ability stones would be about 5.2 million silver. With the old system of manually cutting, you often stopped after 2 to 3 cuts because it was clear that 9-7 was impossible. The AI stone cutting is fast and easy, but eats more silver on average. Many people cut hundreds of rocks on multiple characters after the introduction of auto-faceting. Crucible tickets. 100k per ticket. 10 million silver for 100 entries. If you aim for a top 30 ranking on the Crucible leaderboards, it's common to need 100 plus entries per week to improve your time because of the RNG procs of defense piercing and resonance effects. 100 is actually a conservative estimate. People grinding top times in competitive leaderboards are closer to 1,000 entries, 100 million silver. Paradise accessories, 120k per tap. If you tap twice on 100 accessories, it's 24 million silver. Usually tap Paradise accessories twice to see if you get any high rolls, since they don't need increasing amounts of shards like normal accessories. Roster-bound Astro Gem cutting, 100k per tap. Cutting a single roster-bound purple Astro Gem 9 taps is 900k silver. Cutting 10 blue roster-bound Astro Gems is 7 million silver. If you're sitting on a ton of silver and don't understand the shortage, congrats, you probably haven't engaged in the new silver sinks very much, or you've piled up silver for several years. As a day 3 player myself, my net silver has gone down 200 mil this past month with Crucible re-entry tickets and roster-bound Astro Gem cutting. I have not honed any character for almost 3 months, and I never reroll gems, and yet my silver has gone down. And no, I don't skip dailies. The silver shortage is real, and it's only going to get worse when we start honing again with the Circa Soft reset. Edit, funny how people say you deserve it, or you don't need to spend your silver on that. When these new systems were clearly intentionally designed by Smilegate as silver sinks for no good reason, when silver is a pretty useless currency to begin with. Controlling gold inflation makes sense since it's a tradable currency. Controlling silver inflation serves no purpose other than punishing certain playstyles / players. Honing and advanced honing on alts is the main reason for me. If this is the case, the solution would be to reduce the silver cost of Paradise accessories and roster-bound Astro Gems by 10x. Could do the same for stones, but I think the other two are much more important once you have +2/+2 stone. By far the most simplest and most succinct solution, silver only serves 2 semi-practical, semi-understandable functions: to check if you've been doing your dailies and maybe make some moolah off whales pushing beyond their time played, and to keep gems relatively difficult to gem share since we're in a timeline where roster-bound gems have not come into fruition. They don't need to buff silver, they don't need to touch honing. If they want the 2 functions in the paragraph above to stay around, they can, and few would complain. And those 2 functions would be around even with nerfs to the new sinks. Honing is relatively well balanced now with our meta income. We were definitely going pretty positive for a while there. What we need is those new crazy sinks to take a dive for the sake of the remaining player base, who should not feel shamed for trying to get good Astro Gems or any Paradise chests like the worth millions of gold stone chest. Just don't cut the stones or bracelets or accessories or do processed Astro Gems or hone past X item level on alts, some say. Not a fan of that sentiment. Might as well say don't accept rewards or try bettering your characters. Really doesn't help that a lot of Paradise key chests will have garbage like Elysian tickets or random Astro Gems with the silver spending option. You'd feel pretty bamboozled giving up the silver spender powerful option just because of some of us are tighter on silver than others. Yeah, I don't know. People are always weird about stuff like this in general. I think, for some strange reason, it's very hard for people to understand how differently people can play games. And if they don't play the game the same way, if they're not struggling, then it's not a problem. I don't know. In any case, like I said, I have no skin in the game. I don't really know. I just think it's interesting to talk about, and I think it's an interesting topic to talk about. And obviously, it's an important topic to talk about, given that it is so prevalent and popular right now. Anyways, I think I've yapped for long enough. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and spending some time. As always, if you like the video, like it, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see y'all in the next one. Thank you to my YouTube members. It is Remix My Life. Love all you guys very, very much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!